gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Weston Racing, and in today's video we're back for another Hot Wheels unboxing and review. Today we are with the 2022 Hot Wheels Mainline, taking a look at the Mud Studs collection. This right here is how you do a Mud Studs collection. You may remember that we looked at the 2023 Mud Studs collection and it was absolutely miserable. One, because a couple of the vehicles didn't even have muddy tires, or muddy paint schemes for that matter, and two, a bunch of them didn't even have studded tires, so it didn't have mud nor studs. Like, a bunch of the vehicles in that set really were just terrible. So this right here is a good example of what it looks like. All of the vehicles featured here today not only have studded tires, but they also have muddy tires, which is, you know, kind of the whole point of the series. I mean, the name of the series is the Mud Studs. Off-roading mud surfers built for adventure, you know, that is kind of the whole idea. And one of the vehicles that we got in the last set didn't even look like it should leave the street. Like, it was bad. But anyway, yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at him here today. It's honestly a pretty good set. This set does have a treasure hunt in it though, which I thought was really fat. Oh, the last set had a treasure hunt too, I guess. I completely forgot about that. Anyways, let's go ahead and get right into it with our first vehicle, which is going to be, coincidentally, or maybe not so much a coincidence, the one that has the number 1 on it. That being the Ford Bronco from 2021. The 2021 Ford Bronco is going to go ahead and start us off as the first vehicle of the set. Let's go ahead and rip her open. Ooh, looks like I already tried to do that. It's got a little crack in the blister there. I've had these cars for so long. Man, I've literally been sitting on these cars in package for almost 2 years now, so setting them free is always fun. Finally getting to see them out of package. So here we go, everybody. Here's the Ford Bronco. I really like the paint color on this one. I don't know if you'd call it like a slate blue or what it is, but it's really nice. You got a black chassis. Got some like grayish brown tires on this one with some black rims and a tinted window insert. Side panel, you got that mud splatter. Number 1 in the white circle there. Hot Wheels with the black stripe on the side. Very nice. Very, very nice paint scheme on this one. Simple, but gets the job done. And of course, the front end is printed Bronco with the little grill piece there. Would have been cool to see some painted headlights. No big deal though. Spare tire in the back, all that jazz. Very, very nice. Like I said, very simple vehicle, but it gets the job done, which is fantastic. There's the bottom for everyone who cares. So that's a good one to start with right there. Like I said, it's not that hard to make a Mud Studs vehicle. Somehow they screwed it up in 2023, but 2022 they knew what they were doing. Alrighty, next up we have the Toyota Land Cruiser 80. We just looked at this one recently in the Then and Now collection. Well, I say recently, it has been a very long time since we looked at those cars. But yeah, here's the Toyota Land Cruiser. Coincidentally, bringing up the one from the Then and Now series, this one has a very similar color paint scheme. Almost like it was kind of meant to be like the same vehicle or something. I don't know, it's really weird. But yeah, here is the Land Rover. You've got like a tan body, black chassis, a more dark brown muddy tire with some gold chrome rims and a tinted window insert. On the side panel, you got some mud going up the side. WL, Raise, Overland, Adventure, Yokohama, Hot Wheels 1.5. That's the Li Wei Chang logo there. I have no clue what that logo is. Page RS. These all might be designers for all I know. Got that black stripe there with the mud splatter as well. Got some paint chipping right there on the headlight. I always hate when I open up a car and it's already got paint chipping. I mean, you can see it on some of the parts here. Really annoying. I hate that crap. This side's exactly the same but mirrored. On the front, you get the Toyota emblem on the grille, all the reflectors and headlights, which looks pretty cool. On the back, you got nothing other than a spare tire. So there you go, everybody. That is the Toyota Land Cruiser right there. I like the old Toyota Land Cruiser. It's a neat looking vehicle. There's that one. Let's go ahead and jump into the treasure, everybody. Number 3 of 5 is going to be your treasure hunt for the set. That being the 2017 Jeep Wrangler, which is really funny because the treasure hunt for the last set of Mud Studs was a Jeep Cherokee. So it's funny that it was a Jeep both times, super lifted, like beefy Jeep both times, but who knows? That might have been planned. I have no idea. Let's go ahead and rip her open, shall we? Or rather than rip her, cut her open, because I like to preserve the cards on the treasure hunts. Reason being is because they got that little symbol on the back and I like the way that looks. I think that's neat. Ooh, that was a bad idea almost. Remember, kids, ask your parents before you use a knife. Don't do what I do. I am a bad example. All right. Let's get that out of here before an accident happens again, because that would not be the first time. Here we go. This is the Jeep Wrangler right here. I love the paint color. So we got a dark orange body with a black chassis, tan tires with black rims, and a tinted window insert. On the side panel, you can see Hot Wheels with Jeep, and you got the Treasure Hunt logo right there with some mud splatter up the side. It looks like dried mud splatter. So this definitely looks like a vehicle that went mudding, and then this is afterwards kind of thing, after the mud has dried and lost its color a little bit. Very cool. They even painted the gas cap and the door handles there. On the front, you also got the fully painted grille with the headlights there, which is pretty cool. Love the translucent little engine cover there. That's pretty cool. And then on the back, you have, I think that's a snorkel on the back. Why would the snorkel be back there? That's obviously not a snorkel. Got the set. I think that's meant to be a spare. Looks like a gas can. That's a really elongated gas can. Definitely a spare tire though. I have no clue what these other two parts are. Okay, see, this is a snorkel. That's a snorkel. I don't know what this is, if I'm being completely honest. If anybody knows in the comments down below, let me know both what that thing with the X's on it and this tall thing is here. I know that's a spare tire, obviously. I love the mesh netting on the back. So yeah, there you go, everybody. That is the your treasure hunt for the set right there, the Jeep Wrangler. Pretty solid little treasure hunt release, honestly. Alrighty. Jumping over to our next vehicle, number 4 or 5, is the Range Rover Classic. While I am not really the biggest Range Rover fan on the planet, this car definitely is probably my favorite of the set, simply because I absolutely love the paint scheme. This one's got a very neat paint scheme. So here we go. We've got like a foresty blue-green color on the body with a brown chassis, these weird greenish brown tires with silver chrome rims, and then a tinted window insert. On the side panel, you've got 1552 Land Rover Rigid BF Goodrich Hot Wheels Expedition. And on the side panel, you can see some mountains drawn in as well in black and white with a topography map sitting there. Very nice paint scheme. I really, really do like the paint scheme on this. This looks super cool. Very, very awesome paint scheme. Nothing on the front end here or on the roof or hood, but on the back you can see Range Rover with mud studs written on the license plate. I really like that detail. Land Rover, and then of course the tail lights, reflectors, and reverse lights as well. I think you guys can understand why this is easily my favorite of the set. It has the most paint detail on it. Just the paint scheme in general is really awesome. So there we go. That is the Land Rover right there. It's not a Land Rover Defender. It was a Range Rover Classic is what it was. My bad. All right, and then our final one for the set here is a really cool one. I don't think this was the first time this casting was released. It might have been, but it isn't. It doesn't say it's new for 2022 on it. This is the Volkswagen Baja Bug. Take a Volkswagen Beetle, Bug or Beetle, one of the coolest vehicles ever made, one of the most sold vehicles of all time as well, and give it an off-road kit. This, the Baja Bug, is one of my favorite Matchbox castings of all time. Let's see if that travels into the world of Hot Wheels. Now, we have looked at the treasure hunt variant of this vehicle before on here, so this is not the first time I've covered this, but this, I think, was the first ever release of this casting, if I'm not mistaken. So we've got a baby blue body with a black chassis, sand-colored tires with white rims, and you got a tinted window insert on the side panel. You got the Volkswagen logo. I think that's Bell Helmet's logo. Nope, Hella. It's Hella. Or Kella? I actually don't remember. I can't remember. Eibach on the side there, Hot Wheels with the stripes down the side as well. You got the mud splatter. Very nice, simple but very nice paint scheme. That's what I kind of like about this. Definitely looks like a touring, off-road touring vehicle, which I really like. And then on the top, I love this. They painted the jerry can and the this looks like one of those body boards. What do they call those dang things? Those like boards that you lay on, and it's like a really small foam surfboard. I forget what they call them. That's what that looks like, because it's got the ripcord on it, or the drawstring on it. I don't know. I'm losing my mind. This is the first of 3 videos I got to record today. This is going to be bad. And then, of course, we got the engine in the back there. It wouldn't be a Baja Bug if the engine wasn't exposed. I mean, every single Baja Bug in existence has an exposed engine on it with the crate back here to hold it in. I mean, come on, that's just a feature of this vehicle. But yeah, everybody, there you go. That is the full Mud Studs collection for 2022 by Hot Wheels. I gotta say, pretty solid set. Is it anything exceptional, though? I wouldn't say so. Like, you guys know I love off-road vehicles. It's one of my favorite types of things to buy and collect and get in my collection. But I'll be honest, for a off-road vehicle collection such as this, pretty basic. Like, it really doesn't try to push any boundaries. It doesn't try anything too experimental by any means. It's just a really basic set. Like, honestly, if it weren't for the fact that this was a treasure hunt, and they have like details such as printed front ends and back ends on some of these, I could almost see this just being a 5-pack. Not a bad, it'd be a good 5-pack if it was a 5-pack, but my point is that I don't really see this being anything super special, you know? It's, like I said, it's a good set, nothing crazy, nothing bad. It's mid. This is literally the definition of mid, in my opinion. The treasure hunt's pretty cool though. And that Range Rover is my favorite car of the whole set. I really do like the paint scheme on that. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that is my review of the Hot Wheels Mud Studs. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next diecast unboxing video. Thank you, and good night.